This is a double question which came up in CAT previously. It's on time, speed, and distance. Let's see what this says. Cities A and B are in different time zones. Okay. A is located 3000 kilometers east of B. Okay. So B is here and A is here. So distance is 3000 kilometers. Now, if you're going to travel from B to A, okay, while the journey time indicated here, it says the schedule of non-stop flights, all indicated are local and on the same day. If you're going from B to A, right? Suppose you leave at, suppose the time difference is say 5 hours. Okay, so when it is 10 o'clock here in the morning, it will be 5 o'clock in the morning. Suppose you take a flight which takes 2 hours, right? If it takes 2 hours, it will be reaching there at 7 o'clock B time. But when you go to A, it will show it as 12 noon, right? So you will count the difference as 7 hours if you just take local time to local time. But because there's a time difference of 5 hours, if you subtract that 5 hours, right? If you subtract that 5 hours, you will get the actual journey time. The problem is we don't have the time difference here. Similarly, when you go from A to B, the same 2-hour flight, suppose 10 o'clock, it will be reaching at 12 o'clock A time, but it will reach at 7 o'clock B time. So the flight timing will come as minus 5 hours, minus 3 hours ridiculously. So you need to add the time difference of 5 hours to get the part. It seems as if you have gained time. You are having, you woke up in the morning, you saw 7 o'clock on Tuesday, and then you went back again and saw 7 o'clock Tuesday, right? So this is the time zone part which we'll need to take care of. There is another variable here. Assume that the planes cruise at the same speed in both directions. However, the effective speed is influenced by a steady wind blowing from east to west at 50 kilometers per hour. There are two questions. What is the time difference? And the second question is, what is the plane's cruising speed per hour? Okay, so let's draw this again. So B is here, A is here, right? Now, one flight goes at 8 o'clock in the morning and reaches B at 3 p.m. Right? A is east of B, right? And wind is blowing in east to west. This is 50 kilometers per hour. So if the speed of the aircraft is S and the time difference is T, those are the two things which we need to find. These are the two things, time difference and speed. Okay. When you're going from from B to A, the journey time shows 8 to 3. So 4 plus 3, 7 hours. But actual journey time will be 7 minus T, the time difference. Effective speed will be S minus 50 because it is going against the wind. So S minus 50 into 7 minus T should be equal to the distance, which is 3000, which is also equal to the distance in the reverse direction. In the reverse direction, your speed will be S plus 50 because wind will assist you. But now you'll have to add the time difference. This is 4 hours, but you need to add the time difference. If I equate these two relationships, you will get S minus 50 divided by S plus 50 should be equal to 4 plus T divided by 7 minus T. Okay, now instead of solving these equations, or you can multiply and do it, we'll solve it using the options. The speed options are these. Let's see what the time options are. Time options are 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. You have 1, 1.5, 2 and 2.5. Okay. Now, let's start with 500. If I put 500 here, this will become 450 by 550. Okay, now I need to make this a multiple of 11. The closest multiple is 5.5. So if I subtract 2.5 from it, 7 minus 1.5 will be 5.5. 4 plus 1.5 will also become 5.5. The numerator will not match. So 500 does not work. Let's try 550. If I try 550, let me erase this part and see how it goes. Okay. If I put 550, numerator will become 500, denominator will become 600, 5 by 6. So if I put t as 1, you'll get 6, and this will get 5. So t is equal to 1 satisfies, s is equal to 550 satisfies. So option C for this one, and option D for this one. Instead of trying to solve the equations, or you'll get two equations, two unknowns, you don't need to worry about all this. Just use the options, solve this, you'll get the answer. That finishes these two questions.